Just a quick one on the correct settings for your containers on a 40-foot container. Some of the Skellies have two positions at the front. Position 1, position 2. There are no numbers that I believe, it's just what I'm calling them. 40 foot goes on the one towards the back. 45 foot, one at the front. Okay, see the difference? I'll just see if I can get a different angle. So we're looking at it from the front, looking backwards. They don't all have this extra twist lock point. Some just stop there and it's 40 foot or 20 foot, 30 foot. But for 45 foot, you have the one at the front, and then you just put my glove on. I'll be able to show you a little bit more. That just goes up as normal by pushing it up. So it goes up normal, and then it won't go in place at the moment because the container's in the way, and then you just pull the twist lock, set it in place as normal. So 40 foot is the one facing towards the back, or nearest the back. If you have a quick walk down the back of the Skelly, down the back, you have the rear ones. Now, this little arm here pivots forward. So when you haven't got a container or you're running a 20 foot, then that should be lifted over and just dropped. So you can see it's just held in place with that little, it just swivels, it's not tight. Locks in place on there. And once you so you would push that up out of the way, and the whole lot will just swing on that in out the way. Obviously, when you've got
you just push the twist lock up into place. Once it's in position, just give it a twist. So when you haven't got your container on, the arm is tilted towards the front. If it's already tilted forward with an empty Skelly, just twist it round and rotate it to the back that way. It swings on that pivot point, the bolt, it drops down, very noisy. It's very heavy, so be careful, and very loud. And that's in the position with the 40-foot container on it. It looks like that at the back, and then quickly go to the front. I'll show you once again. This is what it looks like at the front. The one at the front, that's the 45. The one towards the rear is the 40-footer. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. If you just like to keep watching a little bit longer, and I'll show you a little bit how to put the rear bumper bar when you've got a 45 foot on. So this is what it looks like, Skelly only at the back I was just showing you. This is the arm stanchion that pivots towards the back, ready to take the container. You just swing that hook round to hold it in place, and when you want to move it, just flip it round, and then as you can see, again it's heavy, and when you drop it it's very noisy, and that's the position it travels in we're empty. So now we've got a 45 footer on the Skelly, and that's the arm in position. That's with the twist lock in place. That's what it would be like in a 40 footer. That's the extra bit to make it 45 footer. Now here's the bumper bar that I was on about. Because it's extended from the rear of the trailer, you have to pull the bumper bar out from the bottom of the Skelly, pull it as far as it'll go, usually some sort of clips or hinges that hold it in place, and just push it or pull it. It's usually very stiff unless they're used often. Pull it as far as it goes, then lock it back in place once it's in the furthermost position. And then obviously when you're travelling without a Skelly on, without a container on, or with a 40 footer or 20 footer or 30 footer, push that bumper bar back in. And just to show you the 45 footer, so you've got your 40 foot there, that's the twist lock, and then that's your 45 footer with the little bit overhanging at the front there, look. And there is a little bar similar to the rear bumper bar which holds your Susie plugs, and that it can be slid forwards and backs. So 45 foot, 40 foot. So remember, the one at the back 40 foot, one at the front 45 foot, and sometimes you don't even have the 45 foot, so they do make a Skelly with just the 40 foot. I hope it helps. Thanks for watching. Catch you all again later.